What's going on, guys? Vking Nezz here. We are going to start with a nice traditional hardcore, because I freaking love them, dwarf campaign. Now we're going to go with Thorgrim Grudgebearer because he's an absolute beast, and as High King of all dwarfs, why wouldn't you? And yes, we will be naming one of the legendary lords Vking Nezz, because it's Vking Nezz. My channel, my rules. Lady Lottie's not with us today. It's just myself. I'm going to be playing the dwarf campaign on Warhammer Total War 2. So excited about this game. I've been waiting a very long time for it to come out. Obviously it's been out for a little while now, and they're now making Warhammer 3. That's going to be amazing. Oh, I can't wait. They've done a super good job with this game, and as a Warhammer huge fan, I'm so glad they brought this out. If you're new to the game, give us a view. We're going to do the first 20 turns. It is on hard. Obviously you can play lower than that, it's not a problem. It's pretty much the same things. Now just remember, guys, I'm not hugely brilliant at this game, just like much other YouTubers out there. For instance, Legend of Total War, that guy is insane. Definitely worth having a look at after obviously you've watched this video. But yeah, he's the man. He does some funny stuff. Obviously I don't agree with what everyone's saying about it. Like for instance, he doesn't really like Slayers. I love Slayers. I think they're a great unit, and I definitely will be recruiting them because they're absolutely
Karaki secure, my lord High King.
So we'll
Faced with your
intel, because I will be the one telling everyone. Okay, Karazaki Karak. First things first. Look at that. First things first, renaming. We are going to rename. So get that out of the way. We are going to rename Karazaki Karak to Nezz. And that is all in block capitals. That is hilarious. Nezz's Kingdom. First things first, guys, you're going to want to upgrade Karazaki Karak as fast as possible. You need to get it to tier 3. Absolute must do. Going to need money. That is an absolute must as well. Going to leave that for now. And the mighty throne himself. The throne of the Dwarven gods now. If he ever goes to sit down, it must be in the throne of the Dwarven gods. So says the law. First battle, really easy. Nothing has changed really for like the first 20 turns. The only thing I would suggest is keep the allies you've got down the bottom corner near the Warden Princes. We'll have a look at those in a second after this battle. Keep them for as alive for as long as possible, because they will help you fight against these greenskins. Now we're going to just play through the first turn to start off with in part 1, and then I will overlap the videos and stuff, because as you can see it's pretty late and my lighting is terrible as I'm just starting at my YouTube channel. So the more you guys watch, the more I can put into, and eventually we'll buy better stuff and we'll be smooth sailing. Okay guys, so going into the first battle now. Basic sort of stand up. You want artillery on hills. So if you're new to the games, hold in control. So I'd always take them off skirmish if you're playing as dwarfs, because 9 times out of 10 you're not chasing anything. So
We demand blood!
Don't worry too much about
Viking
quads
Thorgrim
and range.
Good thrower!
Okay, so we'll speed this up, let them come to us so we get them worn out. A little bit more bonuses. Another thing to look for, guys, is the penalties. The penalties. Also, given the terrain, you will also receive penalties. Ah, there you go. Some penalties there. So, have a look just before you deploy your units to see where the best part, you know, of the units get. So obviously these guys, we want their special strength to be a little bit higher. So we'll probably move these guys just up that way. Just cutting off them a sec. Don't seem to be moving. Let's give it a sec. Another thing you can do as well, guys, if you want to just smooth everything in, hold down the Alt key and the left click, and just as a unit, as you set your units up, you can just move them forward. And there they go, all in exact perfect formation. Just let's move that up a little bit. Move the approach further up. That's in range, so as soon as this hits, they're going to start coming for us. Because they're not going to want to stand there and get obliterated. And if they do, more fool them. They will attack soon. They always attack if you have the artillery advantage. So here they come. They don't always do it straight away. Don't know whether it was just a bug in my game just then, but they do always. If you have the artillery advantage, they always come to you no matter what. Because who in their right mind would just stand there and get humbled by a grudge thrower? You're just not going to do that really, are you? Okay. Hold down the Alt key as well. You can also get it to like place fire. So I'm not going to do that just yet because we've not got them in a nice little bundle.
The might of Karazakarak! For the ancestor gods! Oh,
hopefully they go for the Warhammer.
Move off! There is no greater authority!
Nothing really to worry about here in this army, guys, just literally the board. Should be a very easy battle. No matter what difficulty you're playing, this will be an easy battle.
Strike out!
Cheese in here, gonna do some dodging. Dodge the old shots.
Get moving! Crow bearers home!
Little bit of cheesing.
I am your High King! Move to attack!
Watch these guys as well. Make sure
Let the vengeance begin! Attack the axe! Good thrower! Slay the old breakers!
And there you go, Lord's almost dead already.
Yes, yes! Hammerers!
Just watch the damage on forward because we definitely don't want them to die.
It is a reckoning! Yes, Lord! Move to attack! Quarrelers! Money
Go
ticker!
now.
Blow through! Attack! Strike out! Hammerers! It is a reckoning!
There's the unlost and the victory, and pretty much no damage at all. Fulgrim took a little bit, but it's all good. We're happy with that. Decisive victory. Try and aim for as many decisive victories as you can, guys, because it's the most experience for your lords, and you get the most out of it. So, as the dwarfs, I personally would always suggest getting that lightning strike first, because you will be fighting more than one opponent, especially as the dwarves. And the orcs get wargs, and they get major cheats. So you're never just fighting one army. There's always more than one army. So with the lightning strike, as long as you're well planning, you can always drop that and tilt the odds forever in your favour. So yeah, quite happy with that battle. Fulgrim took a bit more damage than I would have liked, but at the end of the day, not bad. And I think, did we manage to kill their lord? Looks like it. So yeah, took no losses. No losses. That is perfection. Perfection. But like I say, first battle, easiest battle. You know, go from there. Damn, 14 kills, is that all? That is a lot of damage for just 14 kills. But then, look at it. There you go, that just says it all. And we got the Lord. Yeah, so I'm not going to worry about the money, because we want a second fight out of these guys for that next
March! The High King acts.
The Broody maintain one of their slum camps.
Now, you don't have to take this straight away, but I mean, I pretty much always do.
Destroy them!
You can probably auto resolve the second one if you kill their lord. Yeah, no lord, no problem. A bit of damage there, but that is auto resolve for you. Never ever trust auto resolve. Auto resolve
Send me to
always
vengeance!
hurts us. It hurts us.
Throw banners! Let's march!
We're not going to sack it because it's just
Yes!
too low money. Plus you get
Gyrocopter scouts report of a greenskin migration heading northwards.
So we got our first mission. You do get a
Lord
runesmith
Dowley
out
has
of
been
that
put
for
to work
completing
fixing
it, but I would always recommend not going for it until you can at least make quarrels, because you're going to need them.
And
Plus, 9 times out of 10 when you go to do this quest, there's an army sitting there ready to pounce on you, so just be very, very careful. Going for dwarf warriors because we want to get 5, and then I'm probably going to not get any more because 5 is enough. We don't want dwarf warrior spamming, and we're going to rush to heavy quarreling because we want to get Nezz's kingdom up to tier 3 as quick as possible.
Aye!
So we're going to go many points into here because we need that lightning strike. Not going to worry about equipping too much stuff for him, because at the end of the day it's very early days and the equipment pretty much isn't going to do much for us. It will give you a little bit of a buff, and it is always, especially towards the middle, once you get those trade agreements, definitely gear your lords up, because it does make a difference. It does make a huge difference. And you may not think so, but let us know. Drop a comment down below. Let us know what you think. You know, do you all equip gear with all your lords? Do you just equip gear with your legendary lords? Let me know. I mean, I always try. Like, I'll have set lords. I'll have lords that sit to protect the province, which I just label homes, which you'll see a little bit later on. And then I have my aggressive lords that are just going to take settlements and fight battles and stuff. So.
Wipe out the trespassers! We mark another grudge.
I'm gonna auto resolve that as well. I mean, I would recommend fighting it. I'm gonna say.
Move the front. Send me to vengeance. Forwards.
Yes, we can. Excellent. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and we're gonna get some miners. Just to boost the ranks there. 1 more, 2. So yeah, just down here, guys. Try and keep these guys alive as possible. Don't worry too much about the border princes. You're very unlucky if they declare a war on you straight away. The one thing I will say is you can go as
Relations
far
with foreign
as
powers may be managed
a
through
military
diplomacy.
defensive alliance. If you go for a military alliance and for some reason, and it has happened before, these two declare war on each other, you will get dragged into war with the border princes. If you ally with the dwarfs up here, you will also get dragged into fighting the vampires. Now, if you're fighting pretty much all these orcs, there's a couple of legions of Skaven
It is
as well.
good to see our
That's a lot
allies
of
of the
enemies, and
mountains.
the more enemies
Very
you
well.
have, you fight at once. Unless you're unless you know what you're doing, I would recommend fighting as little enemies as possible until you get better, until you get more comfortable. Okay, so there's not much more we can do here.
Let's march.
There's not a
Onward.
lot.
Honor to your
I don't know
ancestors.
if we'll go for that.
Very well.
That's cool. So just increase. I'm not going to go with the border prince
So-
just yet. So
Welcome, oldest friend.
him. So yeah, that's all we can do at the moment. Let's end our turn, and then we'll go from there. So we want to be rushing Karazaki Karak, get that walled up. There's one thing I always suggest, that is before you move on, lock down the Silver Road here. Lock it down, get walls up, get walled up, and then come down and take your Black Crag, your Caragate Peaks. I think it's Karakazul down there, if memory serves me right.
Retake the realms.
Yeah.
Ready, axes.
To resolve that one as well. Never trust auto resolve though, especially when fighting Skaven, because they have Wapstone. No, they don't. They have something called Menace below, and they will nuke your artillery because they are. Excellent, and we want grief. That now we can start the roof building in there.
Send me to vengeance. To war.
These are just holders that are nothing about. In fact, you know,
It is time.
because they're just going to start me. Cool, not a lot we can do here. Let's look at the tech tree. You know what? I am going to give 4 speed. You know what? Bit more armor, bit more. I know it's a tiny amount, but it's going to make the difference. It is going to make us. It will make some difference. We've got a little window. Don't worry about these guys. There is almost a full stack here, but there is no way in hell that anyone, unless you have 2 full stacks, you're not taking Nagasaki, correct? 2 hammerers, bunch of dwarf warriors, bunch of crawlers, and once that gets leveled up, the garrison will armies there, but that stack there, that's not enough to take on these guys, not even close. Not even close. And Karasaki Karak is one of the easiest places in the game to defend. Second to Black Crag. I think I've defended a lot of settlements and a lot of factions, and Black Crag and Karasaki Karak easiest by a country mile to defend. Dwarfs are also a very defensive race, guys. That's what you've got to remember is there'll be a lot of corner camping. That's just how I fight the Dwarfs. You don't have to. You can build sort of box formations and stuff if you want to do that. It's entirely up to you. But I would definitely recommend putting heroes in your army. Like, don't know whether you'll watch like Doomstack videos.
I agree.
Take a look at Legends channel. After, of course, you've watched this one, he does a lot of Doomstack raids and stuff. And his recommendation, which I completely agree with Iron Breakers, because they just are the best dwarves I've got, in my opinion. Definitely worth going with thrower as well. And we're going to go for money.
Onward!
Excellent, that's all working. Let's get that heavy quarrel in, get that rush down there. So yeah, you want to upgrade your settlements, get Karasaki Karak to level 3, get those guns, then we can start doing some serious damage. And fuck the green skins, fuck Grimcore, we're gonna absolutely smash him. Yeah. Here we go. Definitely going to fight this one. Chariot's going to be a pain in the ass. He's going to be a pain. These guys run. They'll run. And these are just basically average. But we've got them in the underway, which is the best place to fight as dwarfs. Hands down. Don't care what any of you guys say. I'm sorry. But dwarfs fighting in the underway is just, it is the best opportunity they have, because you've got checkerboard formations, you've got all the different formations, you can open up your lines if you've got handgunners. You don't even have to open them that big, as long as there is a gap where they can fire, those puppies will fire in that gap. And you don't want to get caught in a jungle or a swamp with the dwarfs with a massive great uphill in the middle of that, because that will just screw you over. So don't even need to corner camp here. Just put these guys in the middle, draw them back a bit, because we want to, when they get here, we want them to be as tired as get them. Health. Not going to forget about miners. Just put these just on the side here. Speed this up. Now they always attack because we have the artillery advantage, plus they're attacking us anyway. Let's see where miners. Yeah, there it is. So let's have a little look what they got here, guys. So chariot. The only reason we worry about the chariot is because it's going to break our line up, and if they break up the lines, they'll get to the quarters and the artillery, and then it will just be a bloodbath. But that's why we've got 5 dwarf warrior units here. So 5 dwarf warriors units, nice little front line here, just protecting the artillery and quarters. Hopefully we'll be able to move 4 Grim into the middle so they come and attack him instead. Just slow that down. Shoot the archers. Does that hit? Yes. What a hit. Take that, lad. But yeah, let's do it. So we've got a nice little neat formation here. You guys can play it however you like. You can any formation you like. I'm just going to do this as a little standard. The reason I've got these guys here is because I want to shut that wolf chariot down. Get some nice damage in there. If we can get them to break before they get here, that would be awesome. Because you only get 3 breaks, and then they go on. Bye bye. Bye bye.
Vking Nezz, Blow through! Range far! Range fast! No!
Come on, get out of the way of the archers.
Charge! Strike out! Go! Nothing can stop us! Miners! Stop! Yes, they!
Just take
Don't skirmish!
fence.
Now guard it! Hammerers! Right now! Killers! Attack the orcs! Very well!
Yeah, he's all good. See you later.
Miners! Warriors!
Them. Take out these archers.
Rally and ready! War of vengeance!
It's coming back for some more.
Ready to serve! Fight! For the Countess encore! Back to them! The clans unite! Yes! Which war is it? Attack! Miners! Vengeance!
Let's charge these guys down.
Attack here! Ready! Charge!
Bit late for your work there, guys. You have already lost. There's the deaths, so they'll start taking leadership penalties, and it means as most of them are now goblins, they are pretty much just going to run off the field now. They'll take the charge and then they'll run.
Miners! Dwarf warriors!
Yeah, they're gone. Army losses are coming in. Victory. Yeah, okay. So yeah, again, not a lot of damage. Nice and easy. Fighting on the underway. It works, guys. Fighting on the underway works. I don't care what you say. I think, definitely in my opinion, fighting on the underway is just, it's just better. Like, you know what you're going to get. You know what you're going to get every time. You don't need to worry about the jungle, the hills or anything. You know you're going to get a decent field where your artillery can do its job and you don't have to worry about it. So yeah. Go underway! The secret dwarf passages. Yeah, which the orcs can use and the Skaven can use. I fucking hate Skaven so much. Oh god. Yeah, definitely later on in the video we will definitely show you how you guys have to deal with those. And who knows, might even make a few mistakes along the way. Just hope we don't get ambushed. But yeah, no, we definitely did good there. Not a lot of damage taken at all. Managed to get a nice easy win. And we killed the general. We killed the general. So yeah, nice easy formation. Always recommend fighting in the underway. Always fight in the underway if you can. Move in the underway. Unless you're fighting Skaven, in which case you're going to need to sit in ambush stance a lot so you don't get ambushed. A lot of caution when fighting Skaven. Especially for the dwarfs, because they just don't really have anything major that can deal with Skaven that well. Like the hell pit abominations, like damn. I mean, at least you get organ guns. There's not a whole lot you can do about it. They're ranged units. Their rattling guns will just chew you apart. They will just chew you apart. So yeah, caution with Skaven, 100%. But by the time we get to there, we should have a couple of runesmiths, a couple of Thanes. We'll beast it out of them. Decisive Victory, the best kind of victory you can get. The most XP, level up Thorgrim. That is the key. Leveling up your legendary dwarves is the key. Yeah, he's dead, so that's good. Take the 500, because we're going to go back anyway. We didn't take that much damage. One more time.
Throw banners!
We go for
Let's
them.
march!
Won't happen.
We mark another grudge.
Don't think they'll come down here just yet. To resolve. Risky, risky.
Forwards! What?
We want to be able to get back next turn. So.
Blacaras encore.
Don't want to go in force.
Ready?
We just don't want to get in the advantage. Should be able to get lightning strike a couple of turns. Look at the defense.
What? Come, kid. Let us feast and...
Ooh. You know what?
Aye.
Okay. You want to join the war? Join the war.
No.
I'm not going to say no to that. I'm not going to say no to
To war!
Cool, so moving on. Yeah, let's see, public order. Never really a problem towards public order, because once you've sort of got the initial threat out of the way, they tend to churn up a little bit. And if not, dwarfs love a drink, so build a few taverns. Who doesn't love a beer?